I'm John Schrott, and this is On the Spot with IKM. Today we're going to be talking with one of my partners, John Lusin, who specializes in workplace design. And John, as we're coming out of the pandemic into the endemic phase of COVID-19, we know that COVID has completely changed the way the workplace needs to be designed and function. What are some of the elements that COVID has done to change workplace?
Well, that's a great question, John. I think one of probably the key thing that COVID really has changed is it really has brought people the ability to work from anywhere, right? So before there was really a focus on having people in an office environment, and that's where work was done. But now I think with the pandemic has really acted as an accelerant. Things that were probably changing over a slower period of time got changed very quickly because of the pandemic, and a lot of that really had to do with the mobilization of the workforce. Specifically, I think it gave us the opportunity with technology, mobility of laptops, of cloud computing, and video conferencing being adopted on a widespread area. There's been an opportunity now, I think, for the workforce to become mobile and work from anywhere. So now I think we have to deal with that now as designers.
So there's that issue, plus has it changed the expectation of workers as to what the office space needs to provide them to do their work?
Well, as studies have really shown over the last year, people who have been working from home really enjoy the comfort of working from home. So now how does the office space sort of adapt and react to that? I think what you're probably seeing now is that the office space is going to become more home-like in a lot of ways, that those accoutrements that we have at home are now going to be starting to be replicated in the office environment, whether it's soft seating, opportunities for better food and beverage options, and also just being able to kind of work in different types of ways than before. We're not normally going to be, everybody's going to be sitting at a desk now. People work differently, and I think the office space will start to show that a little bit.
So do you think the office space is going to morph into a location where collaboration occurs versus where people go and sit at a desk from 8 to 5 days a week?
Well, I think it'll change in the way that I think it'll be more like kind of task focused, right? So my day might be a little bit different depending upon what I'm doing that day. If I come in and I want to collaborate with my team, I need a space that helps to support that collaboration. But during that day, I may need to step out for a moment to take a phone call. I may have to take a meeting that's online or remote. So, I need spaces that I can do some task focused work at, spaces that I can actually do these video conferencing in. And then also spaces to be able just to relax and replenish yourself, so that would be spaces that, again, that probably have more of a home-like approach to it, an open kitchen area, areas where food and beverage has, is more accessible. And I might move, I'm going to be moving a lot more throughout the day. I may not be sitting on my desk from 8 to 12 and then going to lunch and then coming back and sitting there from 1 to 5. I'm going to be moving now a lot more, and I think our workforce will be more moving. So it really puts a lot more pressure, I think, on our workspace to be more flexible for that.
And I also suppose, since we're hearing about this great resignation, that a lot of the more seasoned workers have discovered that they can retire during COVID. So the workforce median age is probably decreasing, which impacts what their expectations are, right? So
definitely, but I think that the younger workforce is still going to look for those individuals to be in that office to mentor them, and that's going to be, it's how do you mix those two populations together. The office space should always be where I get in. When I come, I should be able to understand the mission, vision, values of that organization by being in that office, and part of that is also being around those older individuals who can pass on that knowledge base. Young people want to be in the office to be able to get that mentoring that they cannot get through a remote environment. So I think the office has to promote that and still bring those individuals to the office in a way that it helps them to promote that collaboration.
Yeah. That's a really good point, and I think we'll close on that. But time will tell how this all evolves. So that's it for On the Spot. Until next time.